Alright, sheep. There you go. That's what it looks like to actually shoot the gun. So, you know what? I wonder if all my dodos just... Oh, there's all my dodos. All my dodos are going crazy. Video completely screwed because they're not all locked up. Hey guys, thanks for taking a look at another episode here with me. Today, we're going to look at this bad boy here, the new Tek Railgun. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what this can do, including how to get it, what it actually takes to build the item, and a little bit more details. So take a look. Hope you guys enjoy, and let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the features. You have the base features like this, where the gun is just basically a sniper rifle. The difference here is you can actually zoom in and out. You can zoom out really far, you can zoom in really far, which makes it kind of nice when you're actually taking these kind of shots. Now, a couple of things to note: when you do take a shot, you have about a 4 to 5 second cooldown in between shots. The reason for that being, obviously, is because this is a very, very strong weapon. The reason that it's a strong weapon is because of this here. Now, you saw that it was an infrared, but if you hit the N key, the infrared actually lets you see through walls as well. So we have a parasaur down here. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So if we actually have that, and if we hit N, we can actually see the parasaur through the solid object here. You can actually hit the parasaur through the solid object as well. Now, the way you can tell if you'll be able to actually hit the target or not, and I'll show you guys how many walls and things like that you can actually shoot through here in a moment, and what you can shoot through on the different materials, is the basics of it. What I was trying to say is that anytime you get that little triangle around your icon or around your reticle there, that's when you know you can actually hit it. Doesn't matter how many walls thick, nothing like that. If you get that little triangle that shows up, you can shoot the target. So keep that in mind. Outside of that, that's pretty much the basics of this. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's just another type of sniper. However, it is going to be a game changer, and here's some of the things you'll be able to actually do with it other than just sniping. This is probably going to be the biggest thing that I see this actually being used for. Okay, so during sieges, this is probably one of the biggest dinosaurs you're going to actually see on the siege field. This and Brontos, right? So this is a pretty standard build here. People will go ahead and use a foundation, they'll use walls, things like that to actually block off the driver. There's usually only a couple of counters to either kill the actual parasaur or use something like an arc grenade, things like that. Now, especially as a defender, where defending is usually a little bit tougher, this actually gives you a pretty good advantage. You can actually see the driver straight through the foundation, through the walls. It doesn't really matter if they're coming at you. Usually they're coming at you backwards with Brontos or parasaur, and they're usually coming at you pretty slowly. This gives you an easy way to actually target the driver and make that kill shot. Now, obviously it's not going to be the best thing in the entire world to use because it is kind of hard to get. It is probably the biggest end game item in the game currently, but if you can get your hands on one of these, this is going to really help you defend those bases. Okay, so I've gone ahead and set up a test turret here. I wanted to go ahead and show you guys a couple of things. First off, I wanted to show you that yes, you can very much so outrange a turret. I've gone ahead and set that turret on high. However, as you can see, I'm still able to snipe. I'm moving back here, by the way. I'm still able to snipe really far outside of that turret range. Anytime you have that little triangle marker like we talked about before, you will get a shot. It's about where it stops. It's right, let's see here if we can get another shot. Okay, so we're getting lined up right here. Now the turret doesn't actually start shooting until we get right up about here. It might not shoot because the dodo that's in the way. But it's not going to shoot because we don't have any ammo in it. Anyway, I tested it a moment ago. Trust me, turret shoots right once you get to this point here. So you can most definitely outrange a turret with this sniper rifle. I've gone ahead and set up every single type of gate, every single type of behemoth gate, and every single type of wall that's in the base game. This is excluding the stuff from Scorched Earth. I went ahead and put the zombie dodos in between all of the gates, between all of the walls, just to see how many walls and how many gates and things like that we can shoot through for every single material. Alright, so jumping right into it, let's go ahead and just show you through the thatch. As you can see, I'm just going to line each one of these up and show you guys kind of a quick shoot through. The basic idea is that you're going to go ahead and see here, I can shoot up to 6, and then after the 6th one, and this happens for pretty much every single wall type, regardless of what it is, after the 6th one, it doesn't go through anymore. I tested this for thatch, wood, stone, metal, and tech structures. None of them seem to have any sort of differences, not on anything. Doesn't matter whether that be looking through the walls, doesn't matter shooting through the walls. I didn't see any sort of difference whatsoever. As you'll see here, this is the end of the stone, and I'll just go ahead and just let you guys watch the rest of this really quickly. I did fast forward a lot of it so you guys don't have to sit through very much of it. And here's the metal, and then you'll see the tech coming up next. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start with the wooden gates here, so let's get that started now. 1, no problem. Now, I only did put down 5 gates, so we might have to extend this a little bit, but if we get through all 5, we can probably safely assume that it's going to be exactly the same as the walls, where we can go 6 deep. We're at number 3 so far. We can test the corpse here, I guess, now that they won't actually eat each other. The corpse disappears pretty quick. Oh. That's really weird. There goes the disable again. Yeah, see, and I can't turn it back on or off. Yeah, that's actually the game itself disabling this. I'm not disabling it right now, so let's go ahead and switch weapons again and see if that fixes it. That's what fixed it for me last time. There we go. Alright, there's number 5. So that kind of answers that question. I'm not going to add another gate because I'm going to assume that it's probably the same. And let's go ahead and just jump straight into the tech. We'll skip those other gates here just to see. And you know what? Just for the fun of it, it didn't make this a little bit shorter for you guys. Oh, interesting. That was number 5. Okay, alright. So that's going to make things a little bit more interesting. Let's try. Okay. So we were able to get 1. Number 1 ate number 2 like always. Oh wait, he can't actually eat through the gate. 2 down. Get to number 3 here. 3, no problem. When is this going to stop? If we can't hit through 4, not a problem. Alright, number 5. What do we have going on back here? Let's try one more time from another angle. Maybe we're just... Oh, there it is. Yeah, I must have just hit something else in between. Well, alright, let's go ahead and jump straight into the Behemoth gates next. We're starting with the stone one here. As you can see, what I'll actually do is I'll go ahead and just target the back one first. Again, what we really need to think about here, and I didn't necessarily know this when I started shooting this video, is the actual targeting reticle. As you can see, I shot through all 5 stone Behemoth gates, no problem. So we're going to skip the other 4 levels here and just go straight into the metal Behemoth gate. I'm going to go ahead and try and shoot this back 5th one. Nothing. So as you can see, again, I didn't know this at the time, but there's no targeting reticle. I'll go ahead and take another shot here just to show you guys. Nothing. So on these first 4, you can see that I'm getting the targeting reticle. I'll go ahead and just show you and blast through all 4 of them. There's the first one. Second one's coming up next. Don't worry about, again, the ones on the side here. I was just making a mess when I was actually setting this up. There's number 2. Here comes number 3. And these earthquakes make things kind of interesting. Here comes number 4, but I'm not getting a targeting reticle. These are a little bit higher, and I think that was probably the problem with this one specifically. I'll just go ahead and retarget. As you can see, I did get the targeting icon there for a moment, but I was kind of a noob in here and I didn't actually realize what was happening. So here we go. Alright, here's number 4 and number 5. Doesn't matter where I repositioned myself, I couldn't get a shot on number 4. This is the only gate that actually stopped, so 4 walls deep. So I know the video is getting a little bit long, so I want to go ahead and try and shorten this up a little bit for you. So I've gone ahead and just put a dodo at the very back. This is 5 walls deep here. As you can see, I'm able to go ahead and get that shot right here. But I'm going to find out that was only 4 walls deep. With the 5th gate going up, as you just saw it lock in, can't get a shot. So this Behemoth gate and the other Behemoth gate, the metal one, 4 walls deep is as far as you can actually go. This is the only change that I saw in the entire thing. Everything else lets you go 6 walls deep. You can shoot through the 6th one. This here, this Behemoth gate for the tech wall, the normal metal Behemoth gate, you can only go 4 deep. Everything else in the entire game, you can go 6 deep. Okay, so the only other thing I can really think of to try and test maybe was to gimmick it a little bit. A lot of people used to make wall walls, and I think that's still a pretty common thing, especially on unofficial servers. So I thought maybe, hey, maybe we can't shoot through these because they have double meshes just like the, through the ground. They have 2 meshes, they have 1 on each side, right? Unfortunately, that's just not the case. As you can see here, we have 5 of these up. We're able to shoot through all 6 of them. Actually, we have 6, we're able to shoot through all 6. I put a 7th one up over here just to kind of test it, see actually what it looks like. And just like the other mechanics, it doesn't allow you to shoot through 7 of them. However, you can still see through them. So it looks like line of sight is strictly based off of the actual little line that we talked about a moment ago, which you can kind of see on the ground out all the way out over there. So just kind of keep that in mind. That's definitely something to think about. You are able to see certain things not really any better than you can with the Tek helmet, but pretty much similar to the Tek helmet here. So I hope that kind of helps answer some of your guys' questions about the gun. The gun is actually pretty sweet. I think it's going to be a pretty big game changer. However, it's very difficult to get, so who knows how many people are actually going to start using these and when they're going to start using them, especially because they are going to be pretty risky to actually lose at that point. So anyway, I hope that helps, guys. The only other thing we'll talk about here really quickly is what it actually takes to craft, and I'll actually just post that here on the left. And I appreciate you guys taking a look at the video. If you guys have any questions or do you want anything else tested, I'm more than happy to go ahead and do that for you. Just go ahead and leave the comment below and let me know what it is. And other than that, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and you guys have a great night.